Hey YouTube, so this is the beginning of the video, so let me introduce myself. I am Takara, but you can call me T. Yo, so why I just came from an interview, right? I'm at this urgent care primary care place, and I was rushing this morning. Okay, that's number one. I was rushing this morning, and I'm having a bad breakout on my face. Bad breakout. Y'all, I did my makeup with my band on, so I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. Oh my goodness. I am so embarrassed. And I didn't look at myself in the car because I just took my band off and ran in there because I had like 3 minutes. And I would have at least smudged the lines. It was, y'all. But yeah, I came from this place. I actually did not like it. I have a couple interviews this week. So I had this one today. I have another one tomorrow at a pediatric place. And then next Monday, I have a phone interview with someone. With a, it's like a older place. So it's like they only do like 40 and up patients. So I've been like writing out my pros and cons of each place. Because yeah, y'all, your girl looking for a new job. The place I was at when I first moved to Charlotte, I am no longer at. It is a very long story, and we're gonna get into it. I just want to come on here and y'all had to see that. But y'all, please like, comment, subscribe to your girl. I'm actually gonna get into it later. I'm about to go home right now because I need to go eat. But I'm finna go home, and then like probably later on tonight, I'm gonna get into like what happened with that and why I'm not there in the morning, why I'm looking for a new job, where have I been, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to come on here later and I'll let y'all know. But I just had to show y'all that because I am embarrassed. And tomorrow I'm gonna make sure I wake up on time because today my interview's at 1. How did I not get up on time to come to an interview that's at 1? I don't know. I go to sleep late, y'all. But my interview's at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And the place I'm going to is 30 minutes from the house. So I have to actually get up tomorrow. So yeah. But let me go ahead and get home, and then when I get settled in and all that, blah blah blah, I gotta cook and all that, I'm gonna let y'all know what happened. Okay, good morning, y'all. Let me back up a little bit. Good morning, y'all. So I just made it to my second interview. This is day 2. I gotta be in there for 9. It's 8:57. Normally I like to go into my interviews 5 minutes early, but I remember her telling me on the phone they don't get here till 9 on Wednesdays. Because they don't take patients till 11. So I don't want to go up to the door and it be locked and nobody even in there. Like, no. So I'm gonna wait till 8:59. Okay, I see want to awkwardly be standing there and we all stand there together. I'm just, hey, I'm here for an interview. That's so awkward. So I'm gonna let them get in the door, and then I'm gonna get out and go in the door. But yeah, y'all, so I know I was supposed to come last night and lay some stuff down on y'all, but y'all, I cooked last night, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, that food had me so lazy. Like, I was just out of it last night. So yeah, but I gotta tell y'all all about these little interviews. Hey everyone, so I know I was supposed to get back on here and, you know, just update y'all on some stuff. So the last 2 days, the last 2 footages you're gonna see is before I went to my interviews. I did 2 different interviews. I did urgent care and I did a pediatric place. The pediatric place was a little bit more extensive than the urgent care. The urgent care, I literally went there and got hired the same day. Yeah, that's a red flag though, but I'm gonna make another video on that another day. But that is a red flag. So they did hire me right away, but with the pediatric place, it was a little bit more extensive. And I'm pretty sure they were about to give me the job, but I kind of told on myself in a way, and I really don't care. We're gonna get to that, but let me just start from the beginning so we can get to that. anyways, basically, when I moved out here to North Carolina, I was working at a urology place. I do have some stuff on my shorts. I think of me doing like a catheter and some other stuff like that. I did a lot there. So, it was a lot going on there. But I was at a urology place. I got hired there pretty quick. What can I say? I found that job within like 2 to 3 weeks of being out here, if I'm not mistaken. I went to an interview and then they called me like that next day saying they wanted to hire me. So yeah, I didn't get hired at the interview, but I did get hired like next day or a day or two later. And I did work there for about a month and a half. Now, I've only been in North Carolina since the end of January. So like I said, I started working in February. It's like the beginning of February. I was there until maybe like the first week of May. And I love the job, y'all. Like I really love the job. We did so much there that I've never done before. Like I learned how to put a catheter in, how to take a catheter out. Like it was just a lot of little procedures that I did there that I've never done before. So it was a lot of experience, It was a lot of experience, and it was exciting. Like it's very exciting. I got to see a lot. Got to see biopsies, all that. So it wasn't like I left the job for any other reasons. They did have some drama issues. Off rep, y'all. I didn't even think I was gonna be there for as long as I was. My first day, so at first they tried to hire me as a front desk, but what I learned is if you're not vocal about what you want, you're going to be stuck somewhere. I have never worked front desk. I've trained on front desk. I've helped out before when it came to front desk, but I've never solely, like every single day, worked on front desk. So what I'm used to is back office. I'm used to back office flow. I'm used to getting up, moving around. I'm used to all that. So front desk is foreign to me. I would know how to do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't be bad at it, but it's foreign to me. So, even in the interview, before they even hired me, I told them straight up. I was like, I'm a team player. I am completely fine with starting out at front desk, but I was like, I would not want to stay in that position because I know it's just, it wouldn't be what I would desire, And when you go to work, you want to go for what you desire, y'all. I'm going to make a video on interviewing and stuff like that so I can get more in depth, but just make sure you're always vocal. It's okay. You don't have to land every single job you go to because it's not going to always work out for you. So I already was having my iffy ways about it because I'm just like, I do not want to work for a desk. But I was like, you know what? I was like, I need to start out somewhere. So when they decided to hire me, I just went with it. And then they started me off at $22 an hour, which is a-okay. So that was another thing. When they offered me the 22, I was like, okay, that's a pretty good pay. I was like, I'm not gonna pass up on this job opportunity. I'm just gonna stick my head down. But I was like, I'm very vocal. Like I said, I'm very vocal about what I want and don't want. So I was like, I remember I brought it up at the thing. So whatever, cool. So when I was walking out of the interview, the lead medical assistant, she was like, don't worry. She was like, I'm gonna have you in the back with me because she really liked me. So I was like, okay. I'm like, okay. And she wants me in the back. Cool. Y'all, my first day there was hell. Like, I was like, oh no, I can't do this. It was so bad. So come to find out, the front office girls was the majority of the drama, and my lead inmate too, but we're gonna get to that. But the front office girls was like majority of the drama. So yeah, I'm sitting up there with them, y'all, and they gossiped all day. I was there from 8 to 4 or something, and they gossiped all day. They talked about everybody. They were sitting there going back and forth with the other manager. There was a front desk manager too. They were going back and forth with her. They had a meeting that they were supposed to be having to like resolve some issues. It was a lot going on. It was a lot. Like, it was a lot to unpack. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not. I'm like, first of all, why would y'all sit me up here with them if they a problem? Like, it was too much. I was like, oh no. I went home, called my husband, and I was like, I don't know about this one. Like, I was like, I'm gonna stay Because one thing about it, y'all, if a place is turning me off, if I'm just moving and I need some money, I'm gonna stay and get me a check. I don't care. So I was like, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna see what happens. But yeah. So I wound up going in up front the second day too. And then the third day, my third day of me training, I went to the back. And when I got to the back, I ain't even gonna lie to you, it was way better. It was very fast paced back there. You know, I met the doctors. It was 2 doctors. It was very fast paced, but I loved it. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm following my lead around and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be doing all this. I was intrigued at this point. I was like, okay, so I might stick around. I was like, I might stick around because I'm like, I could do this. Like, I was like, this is, you know, this is nice. So, like I said, I stayed. It was still some stuff going on, drama, nothing involving me because I'm not into all of that. I did figure out that my lead was very much into a lot of the drama because most of the stuff I found out, it was from her. Like, I always found, like, I don't fish for information. That's not me. But she would tell me people business and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's just funny because when I first got hired, she told me no gossiping. But I'm like, girlie, do you know that what you're doing is gossiping? Okay. So yeah, I found out she was like my vast majority of most of the drama. But yeah, so where the breakdown went and how I left the job. So I want to say about 2 weeks before I quit, I found out I was pregnant again. So, and I say again because if you don't know, I do have a 5-year-old boy. So this was not planned. Literally me and my husband just got married. Like, we just got married. We wanted a kid, just one. We wanted a kid. Because, you know, I already have one, so that's already 2. So we was like, if we have one, it's gonna be 1 kid, 2 kids max. Cool. So I'm not saying we didn't want a kid. It's just we wanted to wait until like another year or 2 because this year we was like 2024 we are traveling. Now I'm not gonna lie, we did get some traveling in this year so far in just the first half of it, but we had trips planned out for the entire year. So it kind of a bummer. It was like, this was not supposed to happen this early, you know? So, I found that out. And, I found out when I was about 5 weeks. That blew me too because I was so mad. I'm like, why I always got to find out when I'm pregnant early? It makes the pregnancy so much longer. If you know, you know. Like, I hate finding out early. I was praying I was like 12, 13 weeks. Cause I'm like, okay, I'll already be, you know, in the second trimester, whatever. No, I was only 5 weeks. But, you know, if you've been pregnant before, you know, the morning sickness and everything typically starts up around 6 weeks. So when I found out, everything hit me like a train the next week. And honestly, truly, I want to say it was like 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks before I left. But anyways, honestly, truly, y'all, I couldn't do it. It wasn't even no morning sickness, no the nausea, none of that was even a problem for real. It's just that I was just extremely tired. I couldn't fight it. Like, it was so different from when I was pregnant with my son. This tiredness was taking over me, y'all. Like, I was so freaking tired. I had these headaches and then also the nausea. So then when I was nauseous, you know, when you're nauseous, you're supposed to eat. It's going to make you feel better. I was nauseous and I wasn't eating. So I was just feeling weak all day. So I just felt like crap. Like, I felt like utter crap. So they started cracking down. Basically, you know, they didn't want people. They basically had fired this girl but lied to her. I found this out. They fired this girl. Everybody knew she was getting fired, y'all. That's so messy to me. Like, everybody should not know somebody's getting fired. But they fired her because of her attendance. And they basically lied and told her it was because of something else. But anyways, so basically my lead had came to me and she was like, you know, there's no calling out. Before that, I think I called out like maybe twice. And it was because I had COVID. So yeah, I mean, I couldn't go to work. I had already worked and I was COVID positive, but I didn't know. And so I was sick for like 2 days, and on the 3rd day I finally tested, and then they told me policy was I couldn't come back till a certain day, whatever, blah, blah. So I did call out because I had COVID before. So she was like, there's no calling out and this, that, and the third. And y'all, I didn't even call out because of me. This time I did call out. My son had woke up at like 3 in the morning. He just was projectile vomiting. And then he'd go back to sleep. And then he'd do it again. And then he'd go back to sleep. And then he'd do it again. And I'm like, it got to like 5:40 something. And I'm like, okay, I have to get up at 7. I was like, at this point, I can't send him to daycare like this. Like, he didn't woke up for 2 hours straight, just going on and off vomiting. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to call off. I mean, you know, I'm in another state where I don't really have no family. Just my mom and stuff, and she works. So, yeah, I had to call off. And they was mad about it and stuff like that. And one thing about it, and 2 things for sure, I don't have time for insensitive people. I already felt trash. And then I just felt like they was just being petty. They was just looking for little things. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just wash my hands of it. I was like, I know in my first pregnancy I did not work. I worked until my 2nd trimester, and then I wound up being told I couldn't work because I kept getting sick. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I already had my savings account panned out. So I was like, I'm good. So I've been at home ever since, y'all. I want to say my last day was in May, the beginning of May, and it's now June. I'm lying. It was at the end of April. So we're now June 20th. So I've been out of work for like 2 months now, something like that, roughly. So it's been kind of working out for me, because I see 2 doctors. I see my regular OBGYN, and I see a fetal medicine doctor because of some little issues that I had in my last pregnancy. So they want to monitor me and da-da-da. So I see 2 doctors a month. Okay, y'all. It's hard. It's because also that's another thing. I had appointments, and they were getting mad at me because I was going to those appointments. So that's another thing too. I don't have time for people, you know, getting mad because I'm doing something that I have no other option. Would you like me to just miss my doctor's appointment? I'm pregnant. I don't know what you want me to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like there should be something better for pregnant people, because at the end of the day, nobody will be in this world without a woman being pregnant in the first place. And it's like, we just need some more lean, whatever that word is, towards pregnant people, because I'm not asking for these appointments. They're making me come back at this time because that's just what it is. So, whatever. So yeah, I've been really sitting at home, but y'all, I've been so bored. Okay. And I'm moving again. Yes, I am. I am moving again. So I really just wanted to go back to work to try to just build up the savings account even more, so that way we're stacked. Because I know by the time when we are moving, I will be having my child like a couple weeks later or a month later. So I'm like, I want to be settled. So that's really why I've been trying to go back. Like I said, I went to 2 interviews, and I think I ruined the other one for myself, the pediatric. Like I said, they was a little extensive. They're very strict, I can tell, when I went to the interview. Whatever. I was like, whatever. I only planned on working until like the beginning of my 3rd trimester. I'm in my 2nd trimester right now. I'll get into that. But I just planned on working until like the beginning of my 3rd trimester, and then I was gonna leave anyways. So I didn't plan on staying nowhere for a long period of time. But basically the lady was calling me, asking me, well, you know, if we was to hire you, basically, could I start next week on Wednesday? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, I do have an appointment this month. And then I looked and I realized I have 2 appointments this month because I see 2 doctors. So at that point, I just was like, you know what, look, because she was like, okay, that's fine. You can just miss that day if you want. And I'm like, I don't want to miss that whole day, and I have another appointment. So I just was like, you know what, look. I was like, I found out I was pregnant recently. You know, I see 2 different doctors, so I have 2 appointments this month. So if I could, I would just rather come back after my appointment, so I'm not missing a whole day since I have a 2nd appointment. So that was me basically telling her I was pregnant. And y'all, that can be good or bad, because a place can sit there and be like, okay, do I want to deal with that? And I knew that was the case. And I'm at this point in my life where, like, I don't want to go somewhere where I feel like people feel like I'm a burden to them. Like, oh, she's pregnant, so we gotta let her go early, or we gotta do this. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm a burden to them. So I would just rather just, you know, to hell with it. You know, I do lashes, which I don't do anymore, but yeah. And then I have DoorDash and I have Instacart, so it's really just been my little go-to for money. But yeah, so I told her that, and her demeanor didn't change. It was more so like what she started saying changed, because at first it was sounding guaranteed. Like, she had already sent my background check. She's like, okay, I called your references. Okay, well, if you can start then, that'd be nice. And like, and then all of a sudden she was like, well, okay, I'll have to talk to the doctor and see what she would like to do, and I can give you a call back. And I'm like, yeah, I already know they're probably not gonna give it to me. And then she messaged me and was like, the doctor has a few more candidates she would like to look at before she chooses you, which is crazy, because she told me before I told her this, she was like, I was one of the top candidates that she had, that she wanted to hire. I was one of the top. Like, just tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? Just say you talked to the doctor and she said she didn't want to deal with no pregnant girl, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. So yeah, probably that's probably not gonna pan out, which I'm fine with. Like I said, I did get the urgent care job. I thought about just showing up Monday and working, getting me a couple checks, but y'all, it was so ghetto. It was so unorganized. The lady was being snappy with me. I just don't know. Like, I just feel like this is a sign for me to just sit at home and just hustle and make my little money how I make it. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, so that is where I am now, y'all. I really wanted to go back so I could push out some more medical assistant content, but then I'm just like, you know, I have a lot of knowledge. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, so I can still make videos for you guys regarding medical assistant. It just won't really be a day in a life type videos anymore, you know. But I have a whole bunch of information under my belt that I can give out to you guys, that I'm sure people would still want to know. So I'm gonna be pushing out the content, but like a day in a life, y'all gonna have to give me a couple more months until I drop, okay? And I will be back, okay? I will be back, and I am going back to school too, so I will discuss that with you guys, and I will also be making some videos on that. But all of that is going to be once I move, so just give me a couple months on that. But I will be still putting out some type of content for you guys, not just leaving y'all out there. But yes, so let me just show y'all the stomach. OMG, it looks like a bunch of nothing. I'm very small, so yeah, the stomach is what it is. I am about to be 19 weeks, so I'm like, what is that? I'm 5 months. So yeah, like I said, I only have a couple months left. I'm really not tripping too much. These months are gonna fly, y'all, but I'm gonna make sure I still keep some content out there, keep myself busy, and, you know, keep y'all entertained. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. I just really want to catch y'all up. Been wanting to do a catch-up video because a lot has happened in the last couple months. A lot has happened. Like, I feel like I done been here, there, everywhere. So no, I know some people are probably confused. No, for like the last month or two, I have not been working as a medical assistant. But we're gonna get back right, y'all. That's all that matters. So let me go ahead and cut this video because I'm making it long. But next video will be the interview video. I will do that for you guys this week. I'm letting y'all know because y'all need to know this. Like, people need to know what questions to ask, what not to ask, what to do, how to dress. I got y'all. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Please like, comment, subscribe, and bye.